How's it going, guys? It's been a while since I've done a video because it has not been snowing out, and the majority of my videos in the winter are of snow plowing. So anyway, to keep myself busy, I do have a couple of horses, and I have a couple shoes laying around, so I did some research online. I was trying to figure out what to do with them. You could always just scrap them. But you're really not going to get much unless you have a ton if you take them to the scrapyard. Another way to go about this is if you so happen to have a welder, perhaps an oxyacetylene torch, a grinder, all your basic metalworking tools. You don't even need much. All you really need is a welder, and you can make most of these projects. And now, this is my first time making all these, so I'm going to have to do some fine-tuning on what I think is a fair price for all of these. But, I do trailer, I go to horse shows and such, and, there's always flea markets that you could always take this kind of stuff to, and it really doesn't take that long to make. And it's also fun, and, it keeps your welding skills handy. So anyway, I'll start going down the list here. Okay, so starting down the line here, these are horse hoof picks. Basically, it's a half a horseshoe welded onto a 1/4-inch rod, and at the tip of it, I've hammered that down on my little anvil there, basically so it scrapes the hoof in a good manner. And I've done tests on my own horses, and it works out very well. So you have a basic black, and then you have one with a clear coat. Now, right here, this could be a tack rack, a towel rack, whatever you so choose to use it for. I decided to keep that with the natural steel color. I just threw a coat of clear coat on there. Anyway, these are always fun. These are Horseshoe Puzzles. This one has 3 rings, and it looks something like that. I'm not going to get into that one, but maybe I can do this one with one hand. So the object of this is to get that seal ring off the center. The trick is you need to twist it, and then you got to bring that ring in between the 2 horseshoes, and then put the horseshoes together, and that ring will drop right out. So that's always fun. Parents would always be willing to spend something that could entertain their kids. It's always a fun gift too. Kind of the same idea with the triple ring. It's a little more complicated. Moving on over here, these are napkin holders. It's just a square piece of plate. I originally was going to do them both in a flat black, but I ended up getting some teal on there when I was spraying my hoof picks, and then that can started to run out. And it actually came to an advantage to me because it kind of gave this spotty look to it, and I think that came out pretty cool. As well as here you have just some basic rack holders, or some basic hooks. You basically take a shoe and you cut another one in half, and you just weld it on there. And I drilled out 2 of the nail holes here so you could put screws through there a little easier. And they all come in the fine colors of black, John Deere green, and John Deere yellow, as well as a natural finish. Alright, moving on over here, this is really simple. This is just a basic candle holder. I think I got these candles for like 33 cents, so you prop that in there. And I know it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but if you threw that on a table, even as it sits right now, the thing looks really cool, really nice. Not super cool, but you get the idea. That's just tacked on there. That's all you need. Moving on here, this is one of my favorites, except for the one inside that I'm going to show you. But these are candle holders, which you can kind of grab from the back here. And I thought these came out quite awesome. The candles are a little off right now because, you got to adjust them. You basically have a washer along this 1/4-inch rod, and that's just tacked underneath there. And then it has this swirling effect. And now how I did that, I have my pipe holder over here. When I ended up doing it, I took my rod, I clamped one end of the rod on right here with a vise, and then I took my oxyacetylene torch, and I didn't pull the trigger, I just heated it up nice and slow. I know it's not the most efficient. You probably could do it better with propane or a forge or something like that. But you know, I actually really like the way this heats up the metal in a slow and controlled manner. I mean, of course, you got to play around with the settings, but for bending that rod, it works out very nicely. And you know, going from something with just a straight bar to that nice curl on the end, gives it a totally different look and makes it so much more attractive to buyers. So when I was first getting into, you know, twirling the rod, if you wait a second, I'll show you my my wine glass holder inside. But anyway, the first time I tried to make a wine glass holder, I kind of screwed up on the rod, but I actually took advantage of that and I reconfigured it into a paper towel holder. So you'll have to excuse these shop towels are a little dirty, but you know, you get the picture. So I mean, all of these projects are very simple. They really don't take much skill, as well as while you're doing them, they definitely improve your welding skills. And yeah, I mean, if you have a bunch of spare shoes kind of hanging around, if you live at a barn, or you can go to a local barn and ask, hey, you know, can I have some of your shoes? You know, you can get them on eBay. They sell them in like 50 horseshoe lots. I think they go for, probably when it's all said and done, they go for like $1.50 a piece. But you get the picture. You definitely could make some serious money on the side doing this.